Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. Today in our program, My Life with Gora, an autobiography of Srimati Saraswati Gora, an atheist. I am going to continue the chapter Mutual Reformation. We had a hut built in the Gandhinagaram site and we all moved into it. As Gora taught botany, he planted different kinds of plants in the vast land we had. Even in those days, he was very fond of growing vegetables. He would say that if everyone grew the vegetables they needed, they would be healthy from eating fresh vegetables and they would also have the benefit of usefulness added to their labor. He planted vegetables and fruit plants in the backyard. In the front yard, he planted various flower plants and crotons as well as many rare plants that would be useful for his teaching. He also did different sorts of research in botany. I never understood the experiments, but I enjoyed watching the flowers of various colors and varieties of plants. One of the experiments Gora did in botany was to try to change a male papaya plant into a female plant. There are male and female parts in the flowers, and all flowers turn into papaya fruit. In some plants, on the same plants, some male flowers and some female flowers bloom. In those trees, the female flowers turn into fruit and the male ones wither away. In some other plants, some plants themselves are male and others are female, and only the female ones bear fruit. There is not much use for the male plants. Among these, the papaya tree is one. Gora performed some experiments about changing the male papaya trees into female ones. Today, we are witnessing even among humans, men turning into women and women into men. But in those days, that appeared strange to us. Since Gora lost his job in the middle of these experiments, he could not continue them. My mother-in-law and father-in-law were fond of plants, so every day they were watering the plants. I already mentioned that my father-in-law was a great devotee of Shiva. In a flower called Nagalingam, when its petals opened, all the filaments bend in the shape of a hood of a serpent over the stamen. This is a huge tree. The flowers grow on its trunk. Gora brought this specially from Ooty. He introduced it in that area for the first time. For a long time, people would come to see it from long distances. My father-in-law also had, as an added feature, good acquaintance with cottage industries. He used to prepare on his own ink made with the marking nut, soap, and medicines like Amrutadara, useful for stomachache and headache. He also made a salve for eye problems. He was well versed in Ayurveda. He gave medicines grades to many people. He and my mother-in-law both used to make Ayurvedic medicines, powders, and pills. I too learned these from them with great interest. All these are one thing, and the philosophical discussions that took place between father and son were quite another matter. My father-in-law was well read in the Vedas and disciplines auxiliary to the Vedas, other scriptures, as well as Vedanta. There were frequent debates between my father-in-law and Gora concerning atheism. These debates were dispassionate. The father and son played chess very well, so at times they would play chess for hours together. Since we all lived as a joint family, there was increased collective responsibility, and on the other hand, there existed two diametrically opposed ways of living in the same household. In the midst of these things, as what Gora said seemed reasonable to me, I was eager and enthusiastic to adopt Gora's way of life. At the same time, I had also the responsibility as a new daughter-in-law to help in my loss. Being caught in the middle of all this, I was often distraught. Gora did not limit his relationship with the students to just the classroom. His students used to visit us often in the evenings. There would be discussions on social and political affairs as well as religious and scientific topics. Students from all castes and religions participated in these. They all had coffee and snacks. I used to prepare for all of them. I too sat and listened to those discussions. Since students from all castes had coffee and snacks together, and since among them there were some untouchable students, there was some hue and cry among the parents. They were worried that their children were losing their caste and that their children were eating together with untouchables. Some female students also visited us sometimes as they knew that I was present. In those days, no one saw male and female students being so free with their teacher's family. So, it turned into a huge social rebellion. Students of that time later got into very high positions. C.V.K. Rao, who was renowned as a communist leader and trade union leader and who held the offices of the municipal chairman and MLA, Narayana Prasad, who held high positions in the World Bank, Dr. G.V. Chellam, who became famous as a prominent agriculture scientist and earned many an award, Dr. J. Venkateswarlu, who retired as professor of botany in Andhra University, and so on, used to visit us frequently. And from here, I shall continue in the next episode again. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English channel presented by Samaram channels, which has crossed more than 20 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos, and for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.